Okay, I'm recording, I guess. Um, I'm in my bed. First of all, this probably ain't the most well done, put together video, but it's about maybe 6 or 7 in the morning here in Wisconsin. And after uh, going through Twitter last night and uh, reading everything, and then this morning getting up and getting on YouTube. First of all, let me say what this video is about. This video is about um, what's been going on between foundational Black Americans versus the ADOS movement, and we at a point where it's time to pick a side. There's no more straddling the fence, and so I'm gonna get it out the way. I've picked my side. I've picked my side, and I want to tell you why. The side that I pick, I'm riding with them. I'm picking the side that decided to try to fix Black people in a meaningful way. I'll let you just decide who did that. I'm picking the side that for the first time gave me an identity that I never had here in America, an identity that I never wanted. Um, these people bravely said we need to root the discussion away from melanin and bring it back to lineage. There have been many people talking, but I never heard that. Not from a um, just a free thinker. I've always heard it from people who probably were Black Republicans or things of that nature, talking about they're American and all that. But they did it wrong, in my opinion. These people showed me that to be American mean it's nothing to be ashamed of. It's something actually to be proud of. Another thing is the wealth data. I'm sure you're getting clues now, but the wealth data was something that previously nobody was talking about other than I think Dr. Darity in a meaningful way where he was using research and things like that. Um, so for somebody like me, I perked up. I started to first I tuned Yvette Carnell out because I just was taught to um, look at certain things and not look at really the message. And I hear the tone. I started watching Tone Talks from Zoe Williams, Zoe what? And Tone was just saying something that made sense when it came to Black relationships and the financials and like Black men ain't worth this. And I looked at my life, I said, damn, he right, we ain't worth nothing. When we do spend and buy these high ticket items like Jordans, I think whatever, diamond earrings, glasses, whatever, clothing, like that breaks us. Like we really don't have nothing else after that. So um that listening to that made me say, why is he co-signing Yvette Carnell? And I fucked around and listened to what Yvette Carnell was talking about. And at first, you get all of the bullshit. You get all of that. She was on the chair of PFER, and she Democrated and this and that. And it was like imagine the light flickering. Like, okay, I'm about to shut this shit down too because it seemed like she a scam, whatever too. And I started listening to this lady, and I started to see that she was in fact trying to um she was just out here finding her way in a sense. You know what I'm saying? But I said, let me listen with a whole heart. And when this lady started talking about the wealth data and how our Black lives is um, affected by, policies and things like that, and pretty much America is finna sail away and leave you stuck with slavery and leave you stuck with the cost of slavery. that started to make sense to me, and it started to, like I started to perk up, and I started like something that I've always wanted to do, and that's be a serious person. So I'm like, this shit ain't nothing to play with. Like it's for real. Like although it seem like we living okay. Most of us living off credit. We living off fantasy. You know what I'm saying? And if we don't get our shit together, it's over. So um, I kept listening and I kept learning and I kept wanting to deny what the fuck she was saying, but I just couldn't. I couldn't deny it. Like I could not deny the fact that we do have an immigrant problem, and that the immigrants are self-invested, self-interested, and they smile in your face, but they really over here to take your spot. They over here to build up their families and run off with the wealth, with the spoils. They not that interested in black collective uplift, especially when it comes to our agenda items. When it comes to theirs, they want us to come out there and march and be solid with them, stay in the solidarity. But when it comes to black issues, specific black issues like poverty and crime and disparities and all that, they don't give a fuck. And in fact, some of the gains and shit that black people have gained, you see them like sitting in those seats because of that word minority. So they use, you know, the benefits of being black, but they don't advocate for blackness. So Yvette pointed that out. Like, man, you ever notice that they don't really? It's not an exchange. It's just a grab and a giveaway. But when black people need some things, they don't get them from the other groups. The other groups don't never really come out and champion black issues and stand in solidarity, including white people. And we need to be a interested group, and also with our brothers and sisters who look like us. You see, they don't really fuck with us either. Like they not over here trying to be out there in the streets with us. They at home living cozy because they came over here already skilled. Most of them already equipped with knowing how to do stuff, and they over here getting to it. And when our issues arise, you know they don't care. You know what I'm saying? I didn't learn that until I started listening to Yvette. And does that make me hate people? No, because the leadership of Yvette is careful to help us intellectualize this shit. Like, so we look at it from a standpoint of it's a strategy and they doing what they supposed to be doing. But we asking them now, hey, y'all need to come get off, give up whatever the fuck y'all gain if y'all care and come help us fight. If y'all don't, we finna shut this shit down. Cause y'all coming over to our homeland where we natives, and then y'all treating us like we second class citizen. That day is over with. It's no more solidarity. It's no more me standing with you trying to make sure you got your rights and we fighting for your rights and you sitting up here letting you don't exchange that. You don't fight for ours. Nah, you never there for our shit. You know, um we the ADOS movement was founded, and the ADOS movement inspired people to start to get garner a political education. Not only just get a political education, but put boots on the ground and move and start local chapters that effectively continues to teach and inspire us to go to our politicians and get an exchange for our votes and ask our politicians and things, what are they going to do for the black community? That is inspiring. Somebody like me who isn't as educated as these other people, who hasn't been really exposed to the same type of education, that inspired me to want to get involved. And they showed me what I can do as far as like anchoring myself in America in the data and using the data to talk about our justice claim. The middle black family in America, when you subtract or take out the depreciating assets, is worth $1,700. The middle white family, I think, is worth 100,000 when you take away depreciating assets. Um, we have disparities in the work job, private sector job. I don't know. I'm probably using the wrong term, But we got disparities all over America. We have disparities in education. We have disparities in employment. We have disparities in everything, ownership. We're not represented, and we 14%. And that's what the movement is founded on. Getting black people what they deserve. We realized that our wealth was stolen in slavery. We were the engines that created the wealth in this country. Our family fought in every war that America's had for the rights to be free, only to come back to this continent and be locked out of opportunity. Please forgive me. So that leads me, and I'm sorry for talking so long, but that leads me to yesterday, including the day where you have Tariq Nasheed and Yvette Carnell going back and forth, and Antonio Moore. And you have this man, Tariq Nasheed, who has been all over the place as far as like trying to get it right. He's taken us to Africa. He's done some good work with Hidden Colors. He's put out books about Macking and how to be a player, how to be a Mac, and rules of game and all that stuff, really to manipulate. He's always trying to sell something. And then he jumps on this ADOS thing as if he's an ally because he sees something that he doesn't have. And that's a conversation about reparations and black empowerment. And one thing that I think was highly attractive to him is the lostness. The ADOS movement got rid of the lostness. So he latched on to the movement and he started to campaign and he started to talk about um, ADOS and what we need to do, reparations and all that. And ADOS was like, this is a wild boy here. I don't know if y'all want him to be associated with y'all, but due to people talking about solidarity and we got to stick together, everybody was like, you know what, we gonna let him ride out. So Tariq got in the movement and he started a clone organization called Foundational Black Americans. And at first he was finna be like, I'm gonna do the same thing ADOS doing, but I'm gonna do it like, imagine like uh, ADOS being bums. He was just gonna like dress it up and make it like these are the superstars. FBA is the people who rich and got marble countertops and black folks who, but it's still about black people. And the data said we don't really got no money like that. So Tariq is trying to make us a group that we're not. He's trying to, okay, it's millions of us, right? And it's a few of us that's doing good. Tariq represents the few that's doing well. You know what I'm saying? But Tariq whole hustle is he pay he's a poverty pimp. Like he pimps people who like myself who are in poverty who want to see black people do good. He goes and plays on your psyche that you're more than being poor. He plays on that, even though we all are poor because we're locked in out of opportunity most of the time, and the system is in place to keep us down. He plays, to us, telling us, there's some dusty niggas out here and all that shit, but and gets you to buy his DVDs that talks about Africa and Haiti and all that, and that's how he enriches himself. Um, he's not a serious man. Tariq is a joke. Anybody that follows Tariq is following him because you know how certain people don't want to admit when they're wrong. They don't want to pivot off of that. They just want to stay on that block because it's almost like hard to break up with somebody you love. So people have been listening to Tariq for years. He been in like the like this African space, talking about black people and all that. He's been in that space for some years. So a lot of people just grown to love him. But they don't see like you fell in love with somebody who's not serious, who's talking about mink sliding and who always ribbing and just always, like never own nothing. And then what does he do for the people? He really gets people fired up. Like, he talk about dusty shit, white supremacy, staying on code. He talk about not having a leader, and these things seem to make sense, but they don't make no fucking sense. And these people ride with him, and you know these people get like fired up when you critique people. Yvette Carnell, Antonio Moore aren't perfect people. I don't follow Yvette Carnell and Antonio Moore. That ain't what I'm interested in. I'm interested in the information that they got. I'm following that data. And that shit makes sense not only to me, but everybody that black that I asked that to. Like, does this shit make sense to you? Are you happy with your position? If you're not boomer hook, and everybody else said, no, we out here fucked up. Like, we ain't really living good like that. And man, it's just so unfortunate that you know, people get behind Tariq, who's a hack and who is not leading you nowhere. Like, you go to him for comedy and that's it, but you deserve more than that. Like, you really deserve to be, getting to the reparations discussion and trying to, fix your life instead of like going to his channel and getting the latest news about what happened in Texas. Like, that's pretty much all you gonna get. Hey, I know these famous people. Like, he know a lot of famous people, but who gives a fuck at this point, man? Like, we out here fucked up. Like, far as wealth, we out here fucked up as far as how we doing our politics. We see none of these politicians are at all concerned with the black agenda, the black vote. They just feel like they don't gotta do nothing, to get in. And Yvette and them is been the first people, the front lines, getting to it and getting us really involved. And I really do hope that, um, Tariq get out this space and go back to doing what the fuck he doing, mink sliding and making his documentaries, because he in this fucking space right now. He fucking up everything. Like, he got people talking about killing Yvette and Tone and all that shit, and just got people fucking fired up, to the point where they want to do harm to these people, and these people ain't did nothing to nobody. They got a Claw Anderson because his information was outdated. You know what I'm saying? He's supposed to get got if he out here putting out bad information, especially on a national platform. Then if you're talking about people ain't doing the reparation shit right. I think ADOS is. Okay, you gave about the people that's doing it right. I mean, wrong, talk about the people that's doing right. You didn't say, oh, I ain't talking about ADOS because they out here, doing it the right way. They out here, they got the woo woo, and it's only gonna come here. They working with the right economists and all this in this area. He didn't do that, man. He just left it out there to say, ain't nobody doing it right but me. You know what I'm saying? You need powernomics and all that, man. You got to get checked, man. You know what I'm saying? And in a loving way, nobody really disrespect you and call you out your name, but we just said the shit you talking about in this time period is a problem. You know what I'm saying? It's a problem. It's an issue. And these fools act like you can't do that. Like, man, you can do it. You feel me? If you saying some wrong ass shit, if you telling these people to run off a cliff, man, you wrong for that. You know what I'm saying? You got to tell people to do things the right way. So with that being said, man, we got to get Tariq up out of here, man. Tariq, Jason Black, Professor Black Truth. These dudes don't even want to show you they face. You don't even know who these dudes is. They could be white boy. You know what I'm saying? And it really sounds like to me, Professor Black Truth is like they on the next Black channel. It sounds like they plug their nose up and talk like. Then they growl like. I just don't. Who the fuck talk like that? Come on, man. What Negro naturally talks like that? That sound like some white motherfucker. When I first heard him, like, this sound like a white boy. You know what I'm saying? And he made some good points about voting and shit. When I listened to him, he made some really good, solid points. But man, if you don't want to show your face to niggas, man, that you trying to help, man, how can I take you serious? who is you? You know what I'm saying? Like, who is you, cuz? And now you got people all fired up and shit like that to want to do something to somebody who really like just changed the whole conversation, got this shit popping, and it's just it's so unfortunate. But whose side am I on? I'm fucking with ADOS. I'm riding with ADOS till this shit fall off. You know what I'm saying? ADOS till the motherfucking wheels fall off, man. It ain't even we don't got no motherfucking leader. We got leadership. We got people who hold us accountable, who got us doing the work, who got us reading books and shit like that pertains to, history and how the fuck we got in this problem and showing us how, way back they hit us with on the chessboard and you locked us out and that's how we got to where we are today. Tariq and them ain't doing nothing but making puppets, fucking being entertainers and shit like that. Professor Black Truth, man, dude better go, man. Like he ain't doing nothing but talking about like he in this space too, but man, you ain't want nobody fucking with you like that. So with that being said, man, like I'm riding with ADOS, man, and I think anybody who got some motherfucking sense about themselves should know, like, dog, get the fuck away from dude. He's a fucking joke. He's a clown, man. He's a clown, and then his life ain't your life, man. If you don't got that motherfucking life, or you always around celebrities and all that shit, man, why you listening to dude? Why you listening to dude in a time like this? I don't know where y'all live at, but if you go in the hood, man, the hood fucked up. You know what I'm saying? The hood is fucked up in comparison to white America. And y'all listening to a motherfucking shame people calling them dusty and shit for that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, dude trying to make you feel bad for that shit. And then at the same time claiming to want to help foundational black Americans. Them niggas that's dusty is foundational black Americans that's families been locked out of fucking wealth opportunities. Your pussy ass sitting up here making fun of that, man. You a joke, man. Straight up, man. You a clown trying to make a motherfucker feel bad about some money, man. You know what I'm saying? It ain't nothing to be ashamed of, man. If you out here fucked up and you out here broke, man, that's because you was never you supposed to be like that at this point because the people that did politics before us didn't do them right. You know what I'm saying? They didn't advocate for you to get out this situation. And this motherfucker trying to claim, like trying to shame you for being dusty. Man, don't even, it ain't your fault, man. And ADOS is trying to figure that shit out and trying to do something about it, man, so that the collective can finally get what they deserve, what they've been owed, what's been stolen from them. So I'm riding with ADOS. I'm riding with the people who is trying to figure this shit out. The people who got boots on the ground, not no motherfuckers behind this computer screen talking about death to them and kill them and all that shit. Man, get the fuck out of here. You niggas hoes, man. Straight up. Y'all niggas bitches. You know what I'm saying? Excuse my language, man. But ADOS, man, that shit is heaven sent. Ain't no other group like that. You know what I'm saying? Without no religious motherfucking um, premise to it. You know what I'm saying? ADOS is for free thinkers, is for LGBT, it's for everybody, man. You know what I'm saying? As a collective, because we learn that the most consequential part of your life is your blackness, is your motherfucking legacy, your lineage. Be it African American or not African American, but should be a motherfucking black American in this country. Foundation or whatever you want to call it. You know what I'm saying? But that's your problem. You gotta fix that. You gotta know where the motherfucking holes at, where the holes at, where they put, all these disadvantages in your life. So man, I just want to say that, man. If you ride with motherfucking FBA, dog, oh man, man, it's fuck you, dog. Cause if you like that goofy ass shit, the phantom ass leaders and shit like that who want to absolve themselves from responsibility, man, you a clown too, dog. Straight up, man. But if you want to get on some real shit and it be about black people, man, the collective upliftment of black people anchored in data and lineage, man, fuck with ADOS. Come, you know what I'm saying? You are ADOS. You know what I'm saying? And it's the only movement that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? They just you gotta get these other motherfuckers out the way, these other ideas that's been in the way for all these years. ADOS is finally moving shit. So with that being said, man, I'm gonna conclude this video. You know what I'm saying? I spoke my piece. You know what I'm saying? I'm riding with ADOS, man. Till the wheels fall off. This Big Zo, I'm out.